Welcome to our video on how to use the Invoice Wizard. Today, I am going to build one of my projects called Renewable Energy Site, and we're going to start on the project dashboard. Here I can see that I have project billables for the month that are broken down by hour, expense, and schedule of payments. I also have project hours, the actual hours, shown in blue and red. Now, anything in blue is in reference to my main contract, and these red items are in reference to my 2 additional services. Before creating this project, I am going to do a review of what is pending to show a bit more detail. So I'm going to go up to my billing module, and I'm going to choose reports, and I'm selecting pending billing. I'm going to set my billing time period, which is April 1st through the 30th, and we'll run our report. I'm only interested in what is going to be shown on the renewable energy invoice today, so I'm going to scroll over here to this page, and I can see all of the information for our billable time period on this project. So my main contract is a fixed fee with scheduled payments. I have an April payment scheduled for $25,000. I also have some equipment rental that's going to be a reimbursable expense this month. My first additional service is a time and materials. It's called Additional Site Review, and this is billed by the hours and the billable rates of each of my employees. I also see that Gary has a reimbursable invoice, which appears to be travel. My second additional service is called Phase 2. This is lump sum with progressive billing, and this is also going to be billed according to hours and billable rate, even though there's a contract value established. Okay, so I have reviewed and verified all of my pending billing for this project. It all appears to be accurate, so I am ready to create an invoice. In order to do that, I'm going to go back to my billing module, and I'm going to select New Invoice. This takes us to our Invoicing Wizard, and I'm going to select one project. This project's going to be my renewable energy site. I'm going to set my time period for my billables. And I'm going to review the invoicing. The first is my main contract. Again, this was the fixed fee with scheduled payments. I see that we're going to invoice that scheduled payment of $25,000, as well as my equipment expenses that we had seen previously. If I move to my next screen, it shows my first additional service called Additional Site Review, Time and Materials. So I see my hours for the month of April, 96, and this gives us our value. I'm going to go to my second additional service called Phase 2. This is my lump sum with progressive billing. I have the value of my contract, and it also shows me that we've completed 60 hours worth of work in the month of April. Now, it's giving me the value of those 60 hours, but I know I can only bill 50%, which equals $5,000. So I'm going to change that value and arrow over. This description is unique to this particular invoice, So if there's important information you would like to express to your client, this is a good area to do that. I'm also going to group my information by my resource and my activity within my invoice. Okay, here is our draft. And I'm going to go straight to my preview page. Within preview, I can see all of my information we just reviewed. I see my main contract. This is my scheduled payment. I see my expenses. I see my additional service that was time and materials. And I see my additional service that was a lump sum, which we changed to $5,000. Now that my draft is complete, I'm going to go back to details, and we're going to do something a little different today. We have spoken with our client, and because we completed our project early and under budget, this client's offered to give us an early completion bonus for $6,000. This is a little out of the ordinary, and typically we would want to have all of the data in our system, all of our expenses and hours, prior to completing our draft. What I'm going to do to add that bonus is select the little plus sign at the bottom of my details. I'm going to create an item called early completion bonus. And I'm going to move that description down here as well. My rate, like I mentioned, is $6,000, and we're going to use 1 unit of that. And when I save this, we can see that this has been added to our invoice. We have a line item on our details, and within our preview page, we also see that right down here. So that is how you use your Invoice Wizard. Thank you very much.